guys, we're gonna go ahead and muzzle condition Norman here. And the purpose of muzzle conditioning is to make sure that the dog is comfortable in the muzzle, you know, so versus just slapping the muzzle on the dog and it's all brand new and the dog feels restricted. We want to make the muzzle an appealing thing to the dog if possible. So of course there are times where a dog may have to have a muzzle just put on it with no muzzle conditioning, and if that's the case, it's fine. You know, if the dog's at the vet and they have to muzzle the dog, that's okay. But if you have the opportunity in a calm environment to muzzle condition the dog, it's so much better, so much easier on the dog. So that's what we're going to do with Norman here. I have in my treat pouch a high value food, so it just depends on, you know, if your dog is super food driven or not. You may need to use a higher value food, or you might just be able to use daily kibble. Getting comfortable there? So, got my clicker here. He's a clicker dog, but you can just use the word good. But because we're a training business, we have multiple trainers, we use a clicker to make everything a little more exact. But you can just use the word good. We just want you to mark the behavior with either good or a click. The click signifies to him that there's going to be a food reward coming. So every time that he chooses to put his face towards the muzzle, I click, I reward with the food. So this is not a forceful thing, and this is something that takes a lot of patience. And this is something that's going to take several sessions to work up to the dog having the muzzle on and being comfortable with, okay? Next thing I'm going to do to get the dog to go in a little bit deeper into the muzzle is I'm going to put the treat like that and then show it to the dog. You hear some extra noises, huh? And then I take the muzzle away and then give the food reward. Oh, look at you. Good. So now, because I don't want the dog to eat the food out of here. I want to actually pull this away and then give the food. So I'll kind of like make it so that he can't get the treat, and I'll hold it like this. Then I take it off, then there goes the food. That time I made him wait a little bit longer for the click to try to increase the time that his face is in the muzzle, and then I'll bring the muzzle off and then give the food. So you see how we're just climbing, we're just building one thing on top of the other, nothing's forceful, and the whole time the dog's enjoying nice high value treats. Creating a good association with the muzzle. not something where the dog is going to have a trapped association with it. So then once we get pretty good at that, then we'll start to add the straps on and whatnot. So now things changed for him. Okay, so we might have to take a step back. It's okay. So it's just building one thing on top of the other. I wanted to get that strap around his head. I wanted him to feel the tightness of the muzzle. That took, I don't know, about 20 seconds. And then I pulled it off and gave him his food reward. And then we just take it all off, redo it again, and then, you know, he's been sitting in there with this calmly on for, 30 seconds, and then we'll put it all back on. It'll be a quicker process because of all the time that we've taken up until this point, so it'll be a quicker process, and then we're going to start letting him have this on for longer periods of time. So thank you all for watching, and if you have any problems, go ahead and DM us, and we'll be happy to answer any questions you might have.